What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Mike Wilson, Michael Hunter. Michael the Bounty Hunter, knocks out Mike Wilson early, easy. Great dominant performance by Michael Hunter. I take my hat off to him. He went in there and he did exactly what he's supposed to do to the 38-year-old, once beaten at the time, Mike Wilson. Okay. They fought each other in the amateurs, and it was a pretty competitive fight. In the pros, it was no comparison. Okay. None. Bars. But I think Michael Hunter's supposed to do exactly that. He did what he's supposed to do. He came in with combinations. Mike Wilson was coming in with like lazy ass jabs. He was fighting like a journeyman. Okay, he was fighting like he didn't belong there, and Michael Hunter showed him he did not. Okay, because Michael Hunter started throwing those right hooks and then right uppercuts, then back with the right hooks. Okay, and then he did a beautiful pull counter. Took out Mike Wilson. It was over. 38 years old, done. Okay? I just hope he made some money. I mean, I hope Mike Wilson got blessed with a paycheck. Because I don't think it'll be anything for him else, you know what I mean? Because, you don't see things like ESPN2 anymore, Friday night fight, shit like that, Tuesday night fight. You don't have those type of venues no more, unfortunately. For you to be, the king of the club fighters or, journeyman and or whatever, novice, none of that. You know what I mean? You don't have those opportunities no more. Those platforms are long gone. RIP to all of them. I loved them and watched them all, damn near. So you don't have that. So that's it for Mike Wilson. Did he belong in there with Michael Hunter? Hell to the no. We seen that now. Based on what we seen that he didn't belong. That being said, guys and people that are looking and saw this particular performance by Michael Hunter, yeah, it was dominant, but what did he have on the table prior to this particular fight on Triller? Filip Hrgovic. That name will always taunt Michael Hunter at this point until he makes a decision to take that fight. See, people don't really care about you ducking people. They care about you ducking and stay ducking. He had the lion's share of the money. You guys know, he was on the channel. He will be back on the channel because he has to come back because we have to have a better account of that interview. We have to have a round two, okay, of that interview. But looking at that, people will always say he ducked Filip Hrgovic until he fights Filip Hrgovic. And see, until he does that, other fights that he calls out, you can call out Wilder, you can call out White, you can call out Ruiz, you can call out anybody here in America, even Charles Martin. You can call out anyone until the cows come home. But at the end of the day, you won't get that opportunity until you take care of that step that you stepped and then stepped back to. You stepped up to Hrgovic, got the Hrgovic opportunity, then stepped back to Wilson. You took out Wilson, now you got to step back up to Hrgovic. You can't skip over that step. There's layers and steps to this, and he cannot skip over that step. I'm sorry, he can't. Okay, because that's one thing that people will always say, okay, well, now it's time for you to do that. So what does that mean? What does this mean for him? I don't look at it as a degrade. I look at it as a neutral. It's a neutral action for him. Okay? It doesn't put him forward. It doesn't put him backwards. But what does it do? It keeps him right where he's at. See, Mike Wilson, because he did that to Mike Wilson. He did what he's supposed to do, but then, now in hindsight, we're looking at that as, okay, shit, that was a big waste of time. Now we know you shouldn't have been in the ring with him. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people are going to look at. You know what I mean? But to be fair, he's not the only person that will occur. Because, see, what if someone like Fury does that same shit to Wilder? People, in hindsight, everybody knows everything, right? So, all said and done, when something's done, people will then cast their judgment on it. So in this situation with Michael Hunter, we're going to look at, okay, hey, we know you gotta help but to realize that, you can't help but to think that Philip Hergovic would have been a better choice or a better resistance or opposition for Michael Hunter. You know, but Michael Hunter, he did an amazing thing. He called his shots. According to him, he wanted to do things his way. He didn't want to fight out of the country. It's a lot of things that, that he did mention that were reasons why he did not want to fight Hergovic. The only thing is, if you talk about a fight and talk up a fight and get the opportunity to a fight, it's not kind of hard when you decide not to take that fight. Okay. But I think that is the fight he needs to take, Philip Hergovic, because, see, Philip Hergovic at this point, it's not just Michael avoiding fights with him, it's other fighters too. So I think he should take it upon himself to make that fight, because he doesn't have those matchroom options, those PBC options. He's not that, I'm the killer, I'm better than Manila, I got the machete. Are you ready? He's not that type of outspoken guy. I've interviewed him. He's a good dude. Okay, he ain't that shit talking Joe Blow, mother soul mofo. He ain't that dude. He's not an Adrian Broner the Problem or Keith One Time or, Floyd Money Mayweather. He's none of those guys. He is Michael Hunter. He's not, to this day, he ain't none of those guys. You almost forgot. He's none of those guys. He's Michael Hunter. So Michael Hunter has to do Michael Hunter things. Okay? So he's going to have to take fight opportunities as they come to him. Like fight Philip Hergovic. But that's my counterpunch on Michael Hunter. I look to see him on my platform soon. I will reach out to him. Congratulations on a great fast night of boxing. At least I'll let you guys on a positive note with Michael Hunter. At least this fight wouldn't drug out to the point where, hey, man, this guy shouldn't have been there. And then, hey, man, you put up with this motherfucker for 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So at least it wasn't like that. At least it was like, hey, I'm gonna spare you. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out and get I'm gonna bless you with a paycheck quick. Right? At least he gave us a fierce knockout on a new platform. And now it's time for him to call out where he was before. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Michael Hunter knocking out Mike Wilson. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.